क्या सरकार जानती है कि 5 फरवरी को 104 भारतीयों को हाथ में हथकड़ी और पांव में जंजीरें लगाकर, जहां 19 महिलाएं भी शामिल थी, 40 घंटे की यात्रा जिसमें एक टॉयलेट, इस अमानवीय तरीके से उनको जबरन भारत भेजा गया और सरकार चुप्पी साधे रही? क्या सरकार जानती है कि 7,25,000 ऐसे भारतीय हैं जिनको अमेरिका इसी प्रकार से वहां से निकालने की तैयारी कर रहा है? क्या ये व्यवहार एक आतंकवादी या उग्रवादी का व्यवहार है भारतीयों से, या एक मानवीय व्यवहार है? इस पर क्या सरकार टिप्पणी करेगी?
Of course we know. We were the people who verified the nationality. We were the people who gave the aircraft clearance for the flight to know. So yes, I know 104 people came back in 2014. I also know that 5 to 7 times that number came back in 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So let us not make out as though this is something which is a new issue. This is an issue which was happening earlier. Second issue, sir. Many people ask me, where did we have consular access to these 104 or others who are in detention? In many cases, sir, consular access, embassy would like to have consular access to any Indian national, but that national has to request consular access. In many cases, they have not requested, so we were not aware. But in every case, we have obtained passport details, we have checked the verification, we have ensured that they are Indians, and we have had contacts to ensure that that is the case.
But what we have heard now is that the way they have been sent is not in a proper manner. I would like to know whether Indian embassy has been contacted by the US government and have given information that this number of people are going to be deported.
In fact, that is why the authorities have been given instructions, and I would urge Honorable Member Sanjay Singh not to misrepresent that instruction. They have been given instruction to sit with every one of the returnees, find out how did they go to America, who was the agent, how did this illegal industry happen, how can we take precautions so that this does not continue. We have been very, I would say, such sympathetic and solicitous to the predicament of people going. So I do not want the House or the public to have a wrong understanding of how they were received. They have come through a very difficult experience. They were misled by agents. I will come to the action issue after this, sir.
So one thing that stood out in the Honourable Minister's statement is that from the year 2016, the number of deportations of Indians have doubled. 2016, we know which government was in power. That government continues to still be in power. According to a survey by Pew Research Center, sir, 2011, there were 425,000 undocumented Indian migrants in the US. In 2021, that number's gone up by 70% to 725,000. Sir, the US is just one part of it. Prime Minister Modi personally requested the Russian President, Mr. Putin, but there are still Indians who are being forced to serve in the Russian army. They're dying on the borders of Ukraine. They've still not been repatriated to India despite PM Modi's request. I have some very, very pointed questions, so I'm going to keep it short. So as the first, we talk and we hear in this House almost every minister, every member when they speak from the Treasury benches, we are the world's 5th largest economy. We are soon going to be 3rd largest. We are a Vishwaguru.
Ask this.
Sir, as a Vishwaguru, I'm asking through you, sir, as a Vishwaguru, are citizens being shackled in chains, their legs being shackled together, being handcuffed, when countries like Colombia, which don't even figure in the top 10, can send an aircraft and bring their citizens back with dignity? What stops our government from sending one aircraft? We don't have a shortage of it.
Thank you.
Sir, I was very, very bureaucratically correct. I took a single source.
Sir, what is meant by bureaucratically correct?
Sir, which means I followed a bureaucratic database to ensure that I gave before the House a very, very similar comparable number from the same database. Homeland Security Department data actually shows prior to 2014, the numbers, their numbers, American numbers were actually close to 1,000. The numbers I have given, sir, as can be seen in the statement, are from the Bureau of Immigration. In many cases, possibly because if they were not issued emergency certificates, they may have been treated differently. Maybe they went to some other country. So I would say we should look at this in a overall manner rather than try to make clever points about which year was a little higher than which year.
Is it not a fact that New York Times reported that military planes have rarely been used in the past by the US deportation?
The procedure, sir, is we have looked at deportations for the last 15 years. It is up to the authority of the Immigration Customs Authority to charter an aircraft. It could be a military aircraft, but whichever aircraft comes in, it is under the authority of the ICE. The procedure, whether it was a military aircraft, whether it was a chartered aircraft, was exactly the same.
ये जो डिपोर्टेशन हुआ है, इससे पहले क्या इस संबंध में आपकी वहाँ के अधिकारियों से बातचीत हुई थी? नंबर 2, जो लोग डिपोर्ट हुए हैं अभी या पहले भी, क्या उनकी वहाँ कोई संपत्ति है? और अगर संपत्ति है तो उसको लाने की क्या व्यवस्था की गई? क्योंकि मेरी जानकारी में है संपत्ति लोगों के पास, बहुत प्रॉपर्टी है, और नाउ दे आर बीइंग डिपोर्टेड। उनकी जो सूची में है उनमें आप पता कीजिए कि कितने लोगों के पास कितनी संपत्ति है और क्या उस संपत्ति को भारत में लाने की इजाजत दी जाएगी?
The issue came up, sir. Was there advance notice given? The
Only what the minister says goes on record. Please go ahead.
Advance notice was given. The advance notice was given, and there was consular access done. We had checked all the procedures. Then, sir, the issue was raised, do they have property? We are not aware that they have property, but if they have anything, we will be responsive to that. We do not, sir, have data on illegal immigrants, and the issue about student visas being cancelled does not apply to immigrants. Thank you, sir.